Group 1 presents Law of Sines and Cosines.
Good day, class. Today, we are going to learn about law of sine and cosine. So, what is law of sine and cosine? To better understand what is law of sine and cosine, let's first discuss what is oblique triangle. So, Mr. Joshua, can you read the definition of oblique triangle?
Okay, sir. So, a triangle that does not contain a right angle, all angles are either acute or obtuse.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Joshua. Basically, an oblique triangle is a triangle that is not a right angle. It contains no 90 degrees. So all of its angle either contains an angle between 1 to 89 degrees or an angle between 91 to 179 degrees, like this one. There is no right triangle. As you can see, this is what we call an oblique triangle. Now let's continue with our topic, which is the law of sines. So law of sines. Law of sines is a trigonometric relationship stating that the ratio of each side of a triangle to the sine of its opposite angle is constant. So it means that an angle is the ratio of an angle to its side is equal to another ratio of angle of its side of the same triangle. So its formula will be like this: A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. So this type of law can be used on any oblique triangle, whether you are using it to find the side of a triangle or to find an angle of a triangle. Now let's move on to the law of cosine. Law of cosine is a trigonometric formula used to relate the sides and angles of an oblique triangle, useful for SAS and SSS cases. Now, SAS and SSS cases, we'll talk about it later. Law of cosines has this formula: C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 times AB times cosine C. So that is the formula for law of cosines. All about the law of sines and law of cosines and their definitions. Let's talk about the cases of the triangles that law of sines and law of cosines can be used. For example, we have here angle side angle. So an angle side angle, or ASA for short, is a triangle solving case where two angles and the included sides are known. This means that the side of this case is included in both the two angles. For example, we have here an angle and angle. So it means that in between those two angles, the side is included. Now we have here angle side. Angle side, or AAS for short, is a triangle solving case where two angles and a non-included side are known. This means that the side of this angle is either connected to one angle or not at all. So it means, for if the example earlier was all about the side was between the two angles, this time the side is not between two angles, but it is only connected to one angle. So that is what AHS case means. Now let's move on to the side angle. So side angle includes two measurement of the sides and one measurement of an angle. So this means, like this example, we have 6 and 11 for the measurement of the sides and 30 degrees for the measurement of its angle. So it's not a complete measurement for the triangle, but it has three measurement, which is the side angle. The other one is side. So it means that all the sides are given, but there are no angles that are given. So the measurement here is 1 is to 2 is to 3. So all of the sides are given, but none of the measurement of the angle are given. Then we have the side angle side. This one means that there are two sides that are given, but only one angle is given. Now this is different from the side angle because the side angle has one unincluded part of the angle, and the side angle side has one included angle between the two sides. So that is the difference between all of those cases. We have an example of a case. Now we have here AAS case. So we can here use the sine law or the law of sines. So the law of sines states that all the sine ratios are equal. So I'm gonna use A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Now I'm gonna assign 6 as sine A. So that automatically means that 30 degrees is its sine A. So 6 over sine 30 degrees is equal to, we have here the B, and B is not given, so we are going to solve for B. B is over sine 45 degrees. So this is what we need to solve. Now let's try solving it. 6 over sine 30 degrees times B over sine 45 degrees. Now to solve this, we need to cancel out the sine 45 degrees so that the only value left is the B. So to do that, we're going to use the inverse method. So sine 45 degrees over 1 times B over sine 45 will be equal to B. Since we have multiplied this side to sine 45 over 1, let's also multiply this side. So that means the sine 45 degrees times 6 over sine 30 degrees. Now using a scientific calculator, we have B is equals to 6 times the square root of 2. So this is the side of the missing value. That's the 6 over square root of 2. So that's how you use sine law in solving a AAS case. In the law of sines and law of cosines, we are going to talk about some terms that are not discussed in our solving. For example, the opposite side. So an opposite side is the side directly across from a given angle in a triangle. For example, we have here the 30 degrees. So that means that its opposite side is directly across it. So that means that the opposite side of 30 degrees is 6. So that is how we determine the opposite side in using the sine law. Another one is the ambiguous case. In some situation, kasi when we are using the SSA or the side-side angle case, where the law of sides may produce valid angles. It means that in some case, when we are going to use the law of sides, sometimes it provides two valid angles. So that means that your answer for a specific angle may be two answers. So that's all for our video today, and thank you.